Previously, we had looked at this example in class where we solved for deflection using Macaulay's method for a simply supported beam. The details are shown. You can refer to our reference textbook, the second one, by R.K. Bansal. The name of the textbook is called The Strength of Materials, problem 12.9. So the details are given here, and for idealization, as usual, you said you sketch. So this is a beam, simply supported. The span is 6 meters, and there are 2-point loads, one at 1 meter from support A and at another load at 3 meters from support A. So you are given the moment of inertia and Young's modulus of elasticity. So you are to determine the deflection. I think the questions are here. You are to determine what? Deflection at each load, the maximum deflection, and the point at which maximum deflection occurs. We used Macaulay's method. We want to use the software now so that we can compare our results. Good. So we launch the software. I hope by now you've been able to log into the software, register, and access the analysis and design modules. So you said once you launch the software, this is a landing page, and you call it PROKON CalcPad. This is where you launch everything from. It's like when you arrive at the stage of the software. Now this is where you are. Based on which route you want to go, now you can select it from here. We were using analysis. We are still doing analysis, not design. So we also want to continue in the analysis module. We did for a frame last time. If you are not here, you can still refer to the two videos that we prepared before our lectures. Today we want to use analysis module to analyze for deflection for a single span beam. If you click that single span beam, it's going to launch the module for the beam. As always, you want to have a name for your beam. Let's just call it beam 1. Okay. And then there is a section for filling in the beam data, and then for the loads. And here is just illustrating the loading, the different parameters A, B, P, A, M, A. What are they here? Forget about this part because it's for design, ultimate limit state and all that. You've not covered that at the very beginning of structural analysis. So let's input these values. We are given the beam is 6 meters, and on each edge, you see, once we put 6 meters, the beam sketches. Then it's pinned on either side. Okay, and we are given moment of inertia and Young's modulus. What are those values? Let's refer to this. Young's modulus is 2 times 10 to power 5 Newton per millimeter squared. I'm writing them down so that I will not come here again. And I is equals to 85 times 10 to power 5 millimeters raised to power 4. So what you'll notice is that in the software, we are required to input I in meters raised to power 4. But the values given in our question is in millimeter to power 4. Of course, it's a matter of conversion. You know that 1 meter is 1000 millimeter, or 10 to power 3. And then that raised to power 4, it means we are supposed to multiply this by 10 to power minus 12 so that it comes in the meter cube. So this will be 85. So 85 times 10 to power raised to 5 times 10 raised to power minus 12. Okay, and then Young's modulus, we are required to give it in terms of kilopascals. Remember, Pascal is Newton per meter squared. The question we are given, if you just go back there, we are given it in terms of newtons per millimeter squared. So if you convert that, yeah, we are required to multiply by 1000. So we have it as, what is that? 2 times 10 raised to power 5 times 10 raised to power, no, yeah, 2 times 10 raised to power 5 times 10 raised to power 4. So 2 times 10 raised to power 9. 2 E9. It's just a matter of conversion. It's nothing much. This is not what is actually being tested in the design. So we have inputted the geometry and material property, the support condition. Let's bring in the loads. So you have a point load. P is a point load. And I said, when you are in any module, in any window that is open, if you want to know what these are, anything that you feel like you want further explanation, you just click help, you say content. It opens exactly content for that window. It will tell you what is W, what is P, what is M, what is A, what is B, and all that. So it's very easy to learn PROKON. So here P is a point load, and we have two loads. One is at 1 meter from A, 48, and another 3 meters from A, which is 40. So basically, what we do is just to have two loads. One is 48, which is 1 meter from A. Why didn't I put A in this A? Because I'm seeing here, I'm looking at the Sable definition. The first A is for defining the uniformly distributed load. So where you have the uniform distributed load, or I mean distributed loads, then this A and B are these A and B's. So after I put the point load, I know this A is the one that, the second A is the one for P, and then the third A is for the moment. It's good to follow this, and as I said, you can just check them here in the content there, they are explained. So the moment I say 48, it's a 1 meter from A. It's not from this Sable definition, it's able to place that load at its right position. So I have another load 40, which is 3 meters from the first support. So you have been able to reproduce, you see, very easily to reproduce what is in our problem here. Imagine we are done with the modeling. How many hours would you have taken if you had to follow, especially this very tedious process, the double integration method? So you can view the output because it have already done analysis. Once you are inputting your data, it's doing the output. So the first curve here is for deflection, and you can see the maximum deflection. It usually gives the maximum value here, but if you want value at any other point, you can move this line. As this line is moving, the dotted line, as you can see, it's giving values at the bottom. It's telling you the distance x from the beginning here, the origin, and it's telling you what is DEF. DEF is deflection at any point. If I want deflection at 0.4 meters, I can get it. If I want deflection at 1 meter, I just need to place it carefully there, and I can get it, and so on and so forth. So the output, good. The deflection is 16.73 at 2.8 meters maximum. So if we go to the calculation that were done manually using Macaulay's method, maximum displacement was found, or maximum deflection was found at what point? Was found to be 16.745. Ours is 16.8, very close, and at a distance of 2.87, the software gives you at 2.8. Perfect. Now for the reaction, you see it even sketches for you the shear force and the bending moment diagrams. And before I leave the deflection, because that was what we were asked directly or explicitly, we also need to get deflection at each load. How do I do that? I know that load 1, it's at 1 meter. Allow me just to scroll. Load 1 is at point C, it's at 1 meter, and the point D, A is our origin. We are going this direction from left to right. And the 40 kilonewton load is at 3 meters. So I just need to come here in this deflection curve, and I can stop at 1 meter. Just move until try to get here at 1 meter, and I can see something with around minus 9 millimeters, minus 9 millimeter, and the other one is at 3 meters. At 3 meters, minus 16.7. So other road at D is minus 16.7. That one is around minus 9 point, I think 1. Let's see, at 1, minus 9.0, minus 9.02.01. So what values were calculated? Again, just go to this example. I remember I shared this just part of extract with you. You see, at load C, we found 9.01. Here is 9.019. Very, very close. And then at load D, you see, we found 16.7 is 16.7. Quite easily done. What other quantities can we determine from there? Reactions are important. You see all this calculation done here. For us, we just need to come to the shear force diagram. We know at the support, the value of the shear force is the reaction at that. You see, at this support, the left hand, it's 60 kilonewtons. You can be able to read it at the bottom here when you place that at there. And when you count this head here, I can see it's 28 kilonewtons. And these are the values that are calculated. RA is 60 kilonewtons, RB is 28 kilonewtons. Quite easily done. And you even have your sketch of shear force and the bending moment diagram. And that's the analysis for simply supported single span beam, determination of deflection, and even getting reactions, shear force, and bending moment. So the next example that we are going to have will be on more than one span, continuous beam. Let's get your views. Let me get your views if you have any query on that simple example. Bye bye.